for some skill testing questions. I'm going to ask as much as possible for everyone to keep their cameras on. And the reason for that is so that people can see, or voters can see, your smiling, happy faces. And I'm going to ask a series of questions. Arsha, can you let the guests into the lobby? In from the lobby, are you able to do that?
Right, done.
Perfect. So I'm going to ask a series of questions. Some of the questions are going to include all of you, all the candidates, and some of the questions will be directed at particular groups of candidates. So the candidates for the Director of Finance, the candidates for Director of Internal Affairs, or the candidates for Director of External Affairs. I am not going to actually ask questions directly of Armanjot or Austin or Kawinder or Perry or Anna, because I want to give everyone a even playing field, if that makes sense. I will start off by doing allowing you to have an introduction, up to 3 minutes for your introduction, and your introduction is to include your name, who you are, why you're running for the role that you're running for, what program you're in, and I would throw in a little something interesting about yourself, just to make things interesting. Once we're done the introductions, what I will do is ask a series of questions that I explained earlier. I'm hoping everyone did a little bit of research. And then at the end, I will give you time to do a wrap up, basically, why should students vote for you? How does that sound?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so everyone will have 3 minutes for their intro. You'll have 2 minutes to respond to any questions I give to you, and then you'll have 2 to 3 minutes for your wrap up as well. Is everybody ready? Can I see a thumbs up? Oh, you're amazing. You all follow direction much better than I do. So welcome everybody to the 2021-2022 Executive Election All Candidates Forum. Today we have 5 amazing candidates, and I'm going to be asking them questions so that you, our membership, can decide who best represents your interests in the Student Association and Bow Valley College. And today we're going to start off in the exact order of how it's going to appear on the ballot. So we're going to start our introductions today with our first candidate. And our first candidate is for the Director of External Affairs. Kawinder, did you want to do an introduction? Again, your name, your program, and tell us about yourself and why you're running for this role. Kawinder, you're on mute. There you go.
My name is Kulvinder and I'm from India. I came here in 2011. I am currently justice studies student, and I did practical nursing program in 2016 from Bow Valley College. I came here with my family, and now I'm working with CareWest, and also I'm working with the radio and Punjabi National TV here in Calgary. I have long experience, like 13 years of experience with broadcasting, and 20 plus years of experience in nursing profession. So with CareWest, I have a part-time position, and now I'm switching my career to full-time position with the CareWest company. I'm running for a Director of External Affairs of position. What I believe in this role, first strong thing is what I'm thinking is my age. Because I have lots of experience, and age is also experience. So my main motive is to help students, especially single moms, especially the girls who needs help, And I'm not limited to help with the women and girls only. I am trying to help boys too, which like they need help. And I'm pretty much open to help for everyone. So this is my goal, and how I will like pursue my goal to help the students. I will do some fundraising and some other strategies. And if you want me to explain those, I will explain. But this is all I will bring to my role.
Thank you, Kawinder. Next on our ballot is Austin. Austin, did you want to give your introduction for us, please?
Thank you, Jay. Hi, hello, students and membership. My name is Austin Deck, and I am a second-year practical nursing student. I started 3 months before this wonderful pandemic that we are dealing with. And so I only had a couple months in the school, but in those couple months, I got a great grasp on the community that we have. And that's something that I really want to enhance if given the chance to be your Director of External Affairs, enhancing what we have. I think that's something that we should be talking about is we aren't missing a lot. As a college, we have a lot going for us. We have an amazing community, over 15,000 students. We have 148 projects internationally. We have a whole bunch of things to be proud of. We champion diversity and we stand on traditional land. And so I think that there's a lot that we have to celebrate. And so my job as Director of External Affairs, if nominated, would be to enhance that. And that means to network with those third-party connections to make sure that we have access to what we need as students. Maybe something that I've been hearing a lot from the students is talking about highlighting those diverse programs at graduation, maybe having sashes or caps or special something at graduation to highlight the fact that you were part of something diverse. Something else that I've been talking about is making sure that we discuss how to make us stand out. So something I've been talking about is maybe naming the School of Health and Wellness after Doreen Spence, the very first practical nurse, Indigenous practical nurse in Alberta, to honor the traditional land that we stand on and add more representation to our school and let us stand out. And so there's a bunch of things that we have opportunities to do as students, and I encourage us all to get involved. And that's why I am running for a Director of External Affairs.
Thank you, Austin. And the last candidate for the Director of External Affairs, Perry, did you want to introduce yourself to the membership?
Sure. Can I say no to that?
Bada bing. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Perry Sopti. I am currently a student of software development. It is my 4th semester going on, and I am an inactive Director of External Affairs right now until the elections. And what I'm planning to do with my role is, so last year I was running for elections, I got elected. Now I have the knowledge, but I am lacking the experience. So what I wanted to do is getting out there, since we are opening up in September, and the knowledge and the links that I've made, I just want to get to know people in a better way, so we can build some connections for the school, and we can take the full advantage of the position. And since the last 6 months, I've been attending all the ASEC meetings and all the information that I think I can use all that as an advantage here, where I have a little experience of being a counselor too. So what I'm planning to do is getting the students, or like being the person, the go-to person for all the students to reach out uh, to SABVC in general, not just for the external affairs. I want to go back on campus, talk to students, talk to what challenges they are facing because of COVID, and then make sure I use my links that I've made with ASEC to get the best out of it.
All right, thank you, Perry. Our next candidate is the candidate for the Director of Finance role. Anna, would you be able to do an introduction for yourself?
Thank you, Jay. Hello, my name is Anabela Oliva. I'm running for Director of Finance position. And well, it will be a great honor for me to be part of the SABVC team and support the council decisions they are doing. And I can offer a supply chain approach to the finance management. And I've been watching I've been studying the budgets and the obligations in the future. So my main focus is to create a financial buffer, because in the 2021 budget, our income equals the expenses, so we are not able to have a buffer in case anything happens. So analyzing that for 2025, the lease agreement numbers are going to double. We need to create sustainability in the long term. So my approach is to apply project management to measure the performance and control closely the budget to achieve the sustainability we are needing. Regarding my professional background is customer service in financial institutions and hospitality. And these jobs help me developing proactiveness, empathy, and resiliency. And last, I'm pursuing a procurement career. So these career pillars are business law, accounting, operations, and business strategies, which I believe are very necessary for this position and make the best for SABVC. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you for addressing the fact the college is increasing our rent this year. So I appreciate that. However, the college also let us get away this whole year without paying rent because of the pandemic. So I am happy about that. Our last candidate, and certainly not our least candidate, is the Director of Internal Affairs candidate. Armanjot, did you want to do an introduction for us, please?
Yeah, hello everyone. A very good afternoon to all of you, and I'm very thankful for giving me a great opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Armanjot Kaur, and I am an international student from India and basically from Punjab. I'm enrolled in medical office assistant course, and I'm here with a great pride and honor as the nominee for the post of Director of Internal Affairs. And I'm running in the executive elections 2021, as I want to serve Bovali students with transparency by bringing everyone into decision making and tackling their issues. And I want to be the voice of each student. No doubt, Bovali is a great college, but we can make it even a more better place to study. And we can create memories like today, like this year, or in the year to come. By helping each individual, I want to support students physically, socially, mentally, spiritually, and well-being by organizing different events and by encouraging each student to engage. Also, I want to interact with Bovali students to provide them information about Student Association Club, because there are many international students who don't have any knowledge regarding what the SABVC club is. Even if I may see, when I was new to Bovali College and I was too not familiar with what the SABVC club is. And similarly, there are many other students who don't have any knowledge regarding the importance of SABVC club. And I want to make everyone smile just by being nice to them. And I can make someone feel better by just giving a little bit of my time to them. Thank you. This was all about me, who I am, from where I am, and why I'm running for the executive elections 2021.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to open the first question, as I felt it was fairly topical, to all 5 of the candidates. With these types of questions that I open to all 5, you can choose to answer or you can choose to pass. What the first question I'm going to ask is, we attended today the town hall hosted by President and CEO Dr. Mishak Maba regarding the college's reopening. One of the comments in the chat in the question portion was that SABVC does not represent them as a student. So a student had written that SABVC doesn't represent them. How would you respond to a student that says SABVC does not represent my interests? Do I have anyone who wants to jump or tackle this question first?
Yeah.
I see Austin has your hand raised first. So I'm going to let Austin go first, and then I will go to Perry.
Thanks, Jay. I think it's a really important topic. I've definitely felt in this situation, and I've definitely spoken about this in the past as well. I think that the reason that people are feeling that SABVC isn't representing their interests is the disconnect that's occurred from being in the pandemic. And so we need to find ways to not only connect with them that way, but also show them that we are doing things externally. So more town halls, connecting with our people on a one-to-one basis, finding time maybe not to interrupt classes, but to join classes early, have a 10-minute window before classes for them to connect with one of the executive officers, things like that. We need to start representing the actual interests of students rather than what we are thinking they want.
Thank you, Austin. Perry, you were second, and then we'll go to Armanjot.
What I would like to say is sometimes, as I was going to say, the disconnect as well. Sometimes people think, our students think that they are disconnected from SABVC, and sometimes they don't have the full knowledge of what SABVC has to offer. If a student comes up and he's like, SABVC doesn't stand for them, what I would like to know is what issues are they facing, right? And then I would like to address all the benefits SABVC can offer, and all the help that SABVC can offer, because sometimes, even when I was a new student, I didn't know much about SABVC. So sometimes it's just the lack of knowledge sometimes, or disconnect. What I would like to do is building a bridge between SABVC and providing them proper knowledge of what we have to offer, and then going forward with it.
Okay. Armanjot, why don't you go next for us, please?
Yeah, like Perry and Austin said that the disconnection is the main point. Like even there are many students who are unaware about like what the SABVC is. Mainly the international students who don't have much knowledge regarding what this club is and what is its importance. I will act as a link between both. Like I will give the knowledge to the students about what the SAPVC is through like social sites and by sending emails or by interacting them with in person or on like different social medias like Facebook, Instagram. And I will give them knowledge about what the SAPVC is and how it works for the students. And so like this only I will help them to know about what the SAPVC is so that they can gain awareness and gain profits through it.
All right, thank you. Kulwinder, you're next. I see your hand is up.
Thank you so much. And I agree with all the candidates because awareness is the main factor. And when students, they are new to campus and new to their program, it happened to me too. Because when you come from other country and, different culture and different study patterns. So sometimes students, they don't explore their emails and not following the other resources. So definitely they need to pay attention on emails because as I know that SABVC has a Facebook page and which is very knowledgeable, and emails continuously they send emails. So I would definitely encourage them to go to those resources. And moreover, all the team members are very supportive. Whenever they have any question, they can talk one-on-one. So so they just need to be aware of the resources they have.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Anna, did you want to tackle this question or do you pass?
I think that it is, as you said, it is easier to connect with the students once they are in the campus, because all the flyers and all the posters that we can have and expose more SABVC, and for instance the events where you share goods and swag, and that help the SABVC image. But for this particular case, that the student is addressing that he or she is not feel represented, I will ask about their interest and how we can support and represent properly.
Right,
I will just connect talking, right? Yeah.
Well, thank you, Anna. I'm going to move on to the next question because everyone had a chance to answer this one. And this question is going to be directed to the Director of Internal Affairs candidate. So buckle up. So
I raised my hand again. Can I add something right now as well?
You cannot. I am sorry, because you all had a chance to answer the question. I'm going to move to the next question. Sure. So just so that I don't appear that I'm favoring any candidates.
Okay.
So for the Director of Internal Affairs candidate, Armanjot, one of the questions I would have for you is one of your jobs, or probably your predominant job, it would be to advocate for students at the Bow Valley College campus to administration. If elected, how would you advocate on behalf of students while maintaining a positive working relationship with Bow Valley College? Are there any tips or any tricks that you would use to accomplish that?
The main thing is, like, there are many students who feel shy or like worry, or like I can say that phobia, that they don't to the association, like mainly because they have a phobia, like what they would say, or there can be any other issues also. So mainly I will act as a link between both. I will talk to each student and I will be like approachable student, so that anyone can come to me at any time whenever they feel like there is any problem they are struggling through, or anything else related to academics too. I would help them and I will discuss with the council, and then I will seek the solution for that, so that they can feel motivated and be confident about what they are doing, so that they can pursue a better in their studies, and so that I can maintain a better environment among students. So that this would be all things that I would do.
All right, thank you. Anna, this question's for the candidate for the Director of Finance. One of the items we hear a lot from membership is, why do I have to pay $54 to be a member of the Student Association? Or why do I have to pay $29 if I'm a part-time student to be a member of the association? If elected, how would you explain what that money is buying them as a member of the Student Association?
Okay, so for this fee that you're paying, you are getting many services. For instance, the scholarships, the student life, the events, the right to be represented and be listened, right? In case you have a problem with a professor, an instructor, or something happened to you, you have the support of the SABVC and you can come to talk to us. Also, you can get a counsel or some type of advice if you are needing it. You have a food cupboard, sorry. You have a feminine products if you're at college and you have something occur to you. So we are basically to support you and have your back. That's what you're paying for, not only just a service. It's beyond that. You're feeling secure and we have your back.
Thank you, Anna. This question is for the candidates in the Director of External Affairs role. One of the criticisms of all student government is that the elected student members don't represent all the student voices. If you were elected, how would you speak on behalf of our membership, which includes a diverse population, including Indigenous students, LGBTQ students, and a predominantly female population? Perry, I'm going to pick on you first.
So give me 1 second.
Okay.
When it comes to acknowledging the diversity, what I would like to do is uh, arranging events which are not just focused on one particular adversity. And once we get everybody together, then I would like to pick on all the communities, all the adversity that we have and diversity that we have in the college, and then I would like to arrange some kind of events or meetings with people from each community and diversity to know what problems they are facing and then what kind of solutions they are looking for. And when we get that information, then what we can do is we can plan something accordingly which satisfies all the diversity that we have in the college, and we make sure that we are dealing with all the issues of uh, every diversity in the college and every community in the college. With that, what we will be able to achieve is that we are not ignoring any kind of community, and we are open to all the problems, all the solutions, and we are open to help everybody.
All right. Thank you, Perry. I'm going to move to Austin second.
Thank you, Jay. This is really important to me as a openly gay man. I think that diversity is what speaks to our campus. As I said before, I think talking about how to let our diversity stand out will be able to show people and the students and the members that we are championing that. So we have the Choose School of Business. That's an amazing branding that we got, an amazing donation that we got. And so if we work with our connections outwardly, we can create, like I said, the Spence School of Health and Wellness. We can create, and that's an Indigenous background. We can create someone from another background that contributed to Bow Valley and make that the computer software development program school. There's a bunch of opportunities for sponsorships, for connections, things like that to champion that. When it also comes to showing it firsthand, I see it. I see it. I've seen it as a student. I see the, it almost feels like there's one voice sometimes. And I understand that. And I totally get that. And that's why we need to create more opportunities for people to get their voice out. I always say if you don't vote, you can't really complain. And that's kind of the same thing. We need to ask about what we've done in the past, be critical of what we've done in the past, and then we need to use that feedback to move forward. So creating more opportunities, like Perry said, and then providing follow-up opportunities, and then providing more follow-up opportunities, and then presenting the feedback that we received. It's got to be an ongoing conversation. And I think that we're taken the beginning steps. We have the Aboriginal Center that was named in 2014. We have the Choose School of Business named in 2014. We have amazing diverse populations. And like you said, we have a predominantly female student body, which we should highlight.
Thank you, Austin. Kawinder.
Being a woman and a nurse and justice studies students, I feel that I have quite potentially sound information regarding working with the indigenous people and working with the different culture of people. And I'm glad that I can speak 4 languages. And Bow Valley College has students from like more than 198 countries. So there are lots of diversity in the Bow Valley College. So my main focus will be to listen everyone's problem and try to solve those problems at my optimum capacity. And we have different programs at Bow Valley College, and it's important to address everyone's needs, and that's why we are all there.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to direct the next question to all 5 candidates, and they will all have an opportunity to speak. I'm going to try to limit the answer to this question to about a minute and a half, because I know we have a lot of stuff we want to get through. But the question I want to ask the candidates is, one of the items we've certainly seen within the Student Association is maybe a misunderstanding as to the role of student executives. So our organizational structure means that our executive team, the 3 director roles, report to student council. And your student council can make or break your agenda. So if elected, how would you go about working with your student council to ensure the items that you were campaigning for get through? Does my question make sense to everybody?
Well, as a director of finance, I would like to sit with council, ask for a schedule for a meeting minutes, so I can develop a priority matrix to understand perfectly what the students have voted that they want to prioritize regarding the budget. If this year is regarding health, or if they want to do more events because of the time we were so disconnected, if they would like to explode the social part. So I would like to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Who wants to go next? All right, I saw Armanjot and Austin both raise their hand. I'm going to pick on Armanjot first.
Yeah, like the thing is, like there are many students those face difficulties, and I will sit in council and discuss. As an active student, I can understand the problems which are like students are facing. Mainly as I also as a student face many problems, and many students can like relate those problems with themselves. And I will work for those problems, and I will sit with the council and discuss all the problems which the students are facing, so that they can like feel free for the next time to discuss with the like council, so that they can seek solution for them, like we can seek solution for them, and they can like feel confident and succeed much better in a positive way. So thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Austin.
Well, one thing that I think that would really, really benefit every student member is I, as a student, didn't know why we didn't have a president or a vice president until I ran for this election. So I think doing more posts around that and explaining how council works will also allow students to go to the right people so that projects can be done and communication goes in a proper way. And so that's one thing. But also, I think connecting and using the passion you have to hold the counselors' feet to the fire. That doesn't mean calling them out by any means, but that means this is what the student body, this is what you campaigned on, this is what you have said in previous meetings, being there for meetings, being accountable to your words and impeccable with that. Working with them in the context of taking away that banner of professionalism and just being human on what the needs of the students are.
All right, thank you, Austin. Who wants to, does Perry and Cowinder, do you have, no, Perry, all right, there you go.
So first of all, what I would like to do is I'll make sure that if I need help with anything, I'm not thinking that I should speak to the council or not. I should be transparent, and firstly, I should be comfortable with the council to talk about everything and anything I need help with. Secondly, it's always working as a group, and keeping your priorities straight, giving proper time to your role, giving proper priorities to all the stuff that you need to do, as for me being a director of external affairs, and then being accountable for all the time you're supposed to be giving to the council in order to solve problems that are being faced by the students. And on the other hand, being with the students, I would like to make sure is nobody has to even think twice before reaching out to me. I want to be approachable so that every student who has any kind of problem, they can reach out to me, and then I can work with the council and take help of Jay, Arshit, and Nick, and every staff member if I have to, without any hesitance.
Thank you, Perry. Kulwinder, did you want to have a response to this question?
Yes, please. So definitely, I will work with the other team members, and as honesty, integrity, and courage is my core values. So I will follow those values and my intuition towards my role. Definitely, I will address all the problems of students, and a student council and SABVC association, we will work together as a team. So I will be team player within the team members, and we will discuss all the matters. And there is a hierarchy, right? So whatever the matter is out of my reach, I will definitely address to other team members, and we will share the ideas, and then I think we will be we will be able to better address those needs. So I will work as a team player.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
This next question I'm going to direct to the Director of Finance candidate. As part of the role, the Director of Finance has to explain the audited financial statements and the budget to not only membership at our annual general meeting, but to the college's Board of Governors. If elected, could you share with the group, what is your experience sharing maybe complicated financial information to both maybe a group that may not understand it and a group who may be a high functioning or high understanding group when it comes to budget and finance?
Sure, I will feel pretty confident about this. I will make a presentation in PowerPoint, and I have worked as an internal auditor for 2 hotels at the same time, and I have to explain the board of directors of that hotel. So they were the owners. I have to give a lot of explanations and show results. So I feel pretty confident regarding the board of governors. And also, I love to make difficult stuff pretty easy and approachable for somebody who is not in the same field, so they can understand. Like, if your mom asked me about the budget, okay, I can explain the same at the same level. It's okay. I also studied for become a teacher back in my country, so I can be pretty pedagogic. I can do drawings and stuff, so it will be easy for me.
Thank you, Anna. And my shameless plug here is that our second year in a row, we had no improved control recommendations in our audits. So we did everything perfectly 2 years in a row. So that's my shameless plug. This next question is for the Director of Internal Affairs. One of the things the pandemic has created was a challenge with our clubs and our mental health programming. We saw all the clubs, all of them, except for one, come to an end because nobody was participating in them. If elected, how would you go about recruiting people to start new clubs, given that we expect September is going to be a blended environment, meaning some students will be on campus and some students will still be online?
Yeah, like when I was new to the Bovelli, and I was not aware that there are any type of club also in the college. But when I got the emails from like JC that you need to do research on clubs, and I searched it and I got to know that wow, Boele is having so many clubs, and over there is one Sikh Association club and many more clubs also, addiction club. And but there many students are unaware about. They don't have a single like word knowledge to them that there is any kind of like club also in the college. Even I am also included in those students only, and I would encourage, mainly I have a link with the students those study with me in my class as a classmates, and I would tell them that the Boveli has a lot many clubs to help the students, like the people those have addiction, any kind of addiction, or like those are international students, those feel like loneliness. They act as like pillars for them to succeed in their life. I would encourage them, and even I would tell them that we can make more clubs. Those are experienced students, like mainly seniors of the college, so that they can help students, mainly those don't have their families in the country, so that they can feel confident. And so this way, I would like interact with them in person also and on social media also, and tell them that what the each club is and what's their importance, and how we can make new club, and how like we can do favor for the students, and how we can like enjoy. Even making a club is type of enjoyment. We can create different events and like sponsor different activities, so this would be the all enjoyment also, and we can be able to create memories. And so in this way I will encourage students to be the part of clubs.
Thank you. This next question is for the three candidates and the Director of External Affairs. Currently in Alberta, the Alberta government and the Ministry of Advanced Education is making large cuts to post-secondary funding. This Bow Valley College last year received I believe it was a 7% cut in funding. No, it was actually larger. It was more of a 12% cut in funding. And then we received Bow Valley received another cut this year, though not nearly as substantial. My question to you would be, if elected, what advocacy efforts would you be making to the Ministry of Advanced Education on behalf of students to ensure that post-secondary funding, post-secondary remains affordable to students? Who wants to take this question first? Oh, Austin, you're on the ball first. All right, here we go. Austin.
So I'm super excited about this question because previous to this, I have actually been sitting on 3 focus groups with the Advanced Education Minister. So I have direct contact with him. I've talked with him many times, Demetrios Nicholas, and I think that it's important to note that we need to get rid of the mystified language around what they're saying. So last year, they presented a 7% cut in the budget, or 7 to 12%. And then around COVID, they announced that they were going to give us a whole bunch more money. And what that really did was just bring our budget back to normal. And so what people thought was, what is the school doing? What is the SABVC doing with all this extra money they were given? All we were doing is operating off the budget we were supposed to have. So I think demystifying the language is really, really important. And committing to, again, holding their feet to the fire. We've got politicians that very often do not even check in with their portfolios at a direct level. Luckily, I've had the chance to meet directly with the Advanced Education Minister. That's not an easy task. So in the role of External Affairs Minister, there's a direct line, and trust, if I will be nominated, I will be holding his feet to the fire, ensuring that the UCP look at the post-secondary investment, just like the ASEC has called for in their annual press release this year with response to the budget.
Great. Kulwinder, why don't you take the go second, please?
Yeah, so definitely I think that ministry is due to population, and there is close relationship between ministry and general population. So to address the concerns, it's important to raise the voice. So we can raise the voice with different mediums like social media, and as I'm working with radio and TV, so that will be the mainstream media to raise our voice, and we can address our needs. And the ministry needs to know what about post-secondary student needs. So I think when things comes in light, and it catches everyone's attention. So once matter comes in the light, and that can be addressed very efficiently. And being a student leader, I will lead those opportunities, and I will provide students to raise their voice, and address the student concerns. So that way we can address our needs.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Perry.
So firstly, what I would like to do is, so imagine if the ministry is raising the post secondary by 7% or any number. Firstly, what I would like to do is dig into the reasons why they are doing it, and after getting proper research on that, we can bring forward the argument that this particular thing doesn't need the raise because post secondary, the the budget should not rise because the post secondary has other things as well. And the things, so just like Austin said, they raised it by 7%, but before COVID they were like that we're going to give you a lot of money back, but that was just a smart move, I would say. It just brought us back to being at the normal level. What I would like to do is do some digging about it and getting some points which I can bring forward, and then I would like to get in touch with students and all the post secondary education students to make sure that I am not using only my brain, I am using, so more brains, more power, right? So, so I can be stupid at times too, right? So what I would like to do is getting more students together and listening to their viewpoints as well, and then using our social media platforms, because these days we all know that if we want to get anything through, we can always get help of social media, be it SABVC social media or our own personal social media platforms. But first thing, in my opinion, would be doing proper research of why they are doing it, and then finding some weak points in it, and then bringing it forward.
All right, thank you. I'm going to ask a question to all 5 candidates. I'm going to try to ask you to limit your answers to about a minute, just because I'm wanting to be cognizant of time. If elected, or no, I'm going to say this. Students are busy people. So they're attending classes, they have family, friends, they probably have a part-time job, they have assignments and exams. If elected, this role requires 50 hours a month. How are you going to juggle doing all of this, all of these promises, these 50 hours a month, attending all these meetings, while going to school, while doing your assignments, and having some sort of a social life? Are there any tips or tricks you're going to use to be successful in this role? Perry, I see you're already on it, so I'm going to let you go first.
So, firstly, we are applying for this position. We should already be prepared for that. That we are going to be giving 50 hours a month to this position, or and maybe more, because when we were not offline, we all the executives, I remember, they were giving well around 60 hours a month. So first thing is prioritizing. Being a student, my first 2 priorities would be my studies, of course, and then my executive position. Because if we cannot prioritize, if we cannot manage our time, there's no point of being a student leader, because that's not going to be a good example what we are going to be giving to the students. So prioritizing it and knowing beforehand that your position requires these kind of efforts, and making sure you are always on it, you're accountable for all the meetings, or you're accountable of all the promises that you are making before being elected, and you are being on it even when you are elected as well, and you're not just lacking on anything, or you're not taking off.
All right, thank you. Does anyone want to go second? All right, Kulwinder, you're it.
So before applying this position, I considered to, about SMART goals. So I think I'm able to provide 50 hours and maybe more hours to this role, because we cannot limit in specific hours. So if we are limiting in specific hours, it means we are looking at provide some minimum. So I will go with my maximum time. I'm not limiting my time to 50 hours. Maybe I need to go there in college and online meetings and spend some more time. So I'm pretty much flexible with that, and I'm aware that I'm going to provide minimum 50 hours, but I will try to make more hours to benefit the students, and to raise their concerns and to listen their concerns. So yeah, I'm okay to provide 50 and more hours too.
All right, thank you. Amanjot.
Yeah, as the 50 hours are required in the month for that for after getting elected as a candidate. And the thing is that there are many students who have problems, and like we can like the days of 24 hours, and we can spare 1 to 2 hours from our daily schedule. It's not a very big deal, because even though as a student I can frankly I can say that we surf on internet, on Instagram, on Facebook, we know that we can consume that time in doing welfare work for the students, so that they can succeed in their life and be confident. So I can, like, very frankly I can say that I can spare my time rather than using all those mobile apps. I can spare my time and help students so that they can be like feel somewhat comfortable with the college. And the all is the thing that we need to spare the time, that I will give minimum 50 hours, like, and I can give 60 also, because as there are 24 hours, and there's no student that who always study for the full day or who spend full day with the family. That there are many people like who do internet, like surf on internet. So rather than consuming your time on those useless activities, we can consume the time in a for the welfare of like students.
All
So
right, thank you.
yeah, I would like help the students.
Okay, Austin.
Thank you, Jay. So when it comes to this question, the 50 hours hasn't even passed my mind. The reason being that time management is essential in anything that you do. I've been someone that's been lucky to have a lot of opportunities. I was a young Canadian of the Calgary Stampede while I was in high school. So I was dancing 30 to 40 hours a week and doing school. I'm used to managing multiple things. And so that's where I'm blessed. But also, I think as a nurse, we're expected to be time management professionals. I don't have the option to put off someone's medications or someone's emergency. I have to prioritize. And that would be my goal going into this, is to make sure that the job is done, not that I'm hitting an hour requirement.
All right, thank you. Anna.
Okay, last but not least, as Austin said, time management for sure. Also, being organized and efficient is key. And as Austin said, I plan to complete our role task, going to the meetings of SABVC staff, council meetings, events, unexpected circumstances that can occur, and also supporting the team to properly represent the students are my focus, so I don't care about the hours as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh boy. How are we doing, everybody? You're doing well?
Good, yeah.
All right. I want to ask a question about tuition. And I want to open this up to everybody because I'm sure you all have opinions. Bow Valley College increased tuition by 7% in the 2019-2020 year, again the 2020-2021 year, and they will be approving another 7% increase for 2021 or 2022 to 2023. So that's a 21% increase over 3 years for domestic students. Of course, we know international student tuition is not regulated, so the institutions can charge whatever they want. And I do believe international students this year saw, or will be seeing, or next year, I should say, a 4% increase. If elected, the college will be asking you your opinions on tuition and what those costs should be. And you may be sitting on academic council voting on what the tuition should be. If elected, how would you explain the challenges that the tuition increases are having on students and their ability to receive an education? Austin, I see you're already on this, so I'm going to let you go first.
Yeah, we are essentially being asked to pay more for a product that isn't what we signed up for in the beginning. The online schooling, the blended schooling, these changes to COVID, we're essentially getting less and we're paying more. The reason for this is because the current government of the province has lifted the cap or the freeze that was on tuition. And because of the cut in the budget, the school does have to make their money somehow to cover all the things. And for the past few years, the only reason they've made money on tuition is because of the increase in international tuition because of the freeze on domestic tuition. So the reason that this is happening now is because basically they have the opportunity to. So we need to hit it at the higher level, talk to the advanced education minister to talk about why these tuition freezes are important and what they did for us. And then we need to look at how we can make up that money in other ways. So reaching out to our connections within the community. We are Alberta's biggest career college in Alberta. So we need to own that, and we should own the fact that we're on this traditional land more than acknowledge it, and get connected with the Indigenous Nurses Association. We can get connected with so many organizations that could help donate, help sponsor even our library, naming rights, things like that, to help get us those funds.
All right, thank you, Austin. Anyone else want to go? I see you thinking, I see you thinking. Anyone? Going once, going twice, gone. All right, next question. And this will be the last question. I'm going to address it to all the candidates, and then I'm going to give you a chance to tell students why they should vote for you, or your membership why they should vote for you. Last question I have. This will be open for everybody. The typical, and I don't like that word, but according to the Office of Institutional Research, the average Bow Valley College student is a 28-year-old female who's from Canada. If elected, how are you going to ensure that that voice is heard, given the majority of our student leaders have typically been not only international, but men? All right, Austin, I see you raised your hand, so I'm going to let you go first.
We need to create some sort of subdivision, subcommittee of women that represent that demographic, that from all programs in the school. And we need to create a focus group that's rotating so that we can collect that feedback and make sure that that feedback is being applied to our policies. The 28-year-old woman born in Canada doesn't mean something that I want to point out, and that's very important in this conversation, doesn't mean white, doesn't mean a white woman. And so that means we need to alter that conversation to make sure that the policies aren't focused on that, because right now that's a big conversation, is the systemic racism that is plaguing us. So I think opening up that conversation and making sure we have a focus group of diverse backgrounds will definitely make sure that our policies are headed in that direction.
All right, thank you. Anna, did you want to take a stab at this question?
I would say that I would like to speak and try to spend a couple of hours just sitting in the cafeteria and asking people what they need, because people speak when they are mad and something bad happened, not when they are happy. So when I feel that somebody is in this kind of mood and I can be an active listener with an open heart without judging, I feel that I could be a good representative for them.
Great, thank you. Cowinder.
So I believe to help someone, there is importance of positive approach, so positive attitude and positive energies you carry in your body. So when you have positive energies and positive approach, and then you will be able to express yourself, and also you will be able to understand others' opinions. So mindful listening is important key to understand other problems and how to handle the problem. And one should be really very mindful and very intelligent to handle the problems. And moreover, average age is 28 years old, and I think so age is experience itself. So if you already passed that age and you know that what are the concerns and how to handle those. So age is just experience, and with the age you learn how to handle the life.
I know that because I'm certainly 28 years old as well.
I am 48 years old.
Armanjot, did you want to take a shot at answering this question, please?
As a 20 years old lady born in Canada, I would help every type of student belonging to different cultures, different countries, white or black. I would white or black, men or women, any kind of person can come to me and tell me about their concerns and what difficulties they are facing me. I will listen to them, not as a leader, but as a friend. I would make everyone clear that I would, if I may get elected as a leader, I will not act as a leader, though I will do the responsibilities of a leader, but I will act as a friend to them so that they can feel very comfortable and come and approach to me so that I can help them in a very better way. So this way I will seek solution for everyone's problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Perry still with us? Okay.
I don't see him.
I don't see him either. Okay. I'm going to ask the final question, and I'm hoping Perry can join for this last portion. But I'm going to ask the final question. Why should I vote for you? All right. Why should I vote for you? So I'm going to start with, you know what? Armanjot, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question. And I think that every candidate needs to answer this question so that the voters can get to know that what's right or wrong, whether they need to vote that individual or not. So I think a leader is the one who takes an initiative and puts his or her best in whatever he or she does. So I think a leader, a leader needs to be that kind of, and I will be that leader. And I'm here to be a good leader and a better student, and I believe I could be that because I have a good listening skills and I'm a good friend. I am honest, dedicated, responsible, trustworthy, and creative. Even I enjoy helping from my friends and seeing them achieve their goals. So the membership should vote for me as a director of internal affairs because I will serve the students with transparency by bringing everyone into everyone into decision making and tackling their issues. And I believe that I'm suitable for this position because I'm a approachable student. So you can always come up to me and let me know what your concerns are and let me your precious advice, and I will listen to your ideas and concerns and bring them to the discussion and work with the council. And I want to make a loud noise that to be heard. No doubt Bowell is a great college, but we can make some better changes, like to build it a better place to study, and we can make a lot of memories by helping individual. If I will be given a chance, I promise to take this responsibility very seriously. You can always feel free and open to talk to me about both good and bad. Remember, I will see, I will listen, and I will act. Your vote for me is a vote for change. Your vote for me is a vote for teamwork. Together we can excel, together we can succeed. And yes, we will. Thank you for listening me, and please vote yes for me if you think I'm capable of being your Director of Internal Affairs. Thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate your mission statement there. That was pretty sweet. Let's go with, does anyone want to go second? All right, Anna.
Okay, so I will be, if you elect me, I will be a servant and I will focus on sustainability in the long term. That is what this position needs for the future. And also I will act under the fiduciary duty, that is put your interest over mine. So I will do my best to represent you. And I know how to say no, and I know how to do complicated stuff sound approachable. I will do my best. Everyone will understand the budget and anything you need. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Austin or Cowinder, who wants to go next? Oh, are you going to make me choose? All right, Austin, why don't you go next? Thank you.
Well, the reason that you should vote for me is because I am a new voice on council. I am a practical nurse or soon-to-be nurse, meaning that I come from public policy, meaning that I support everyone and there is no judgment. But most of all, my mission with this is my mission with everything is use perspective. Perspective is fluid. It is not concrete. When we lay concrete ideas, we lose vision of every other perspective. And so I think joining forces, bringing everyone to the table is what's going to make this the best school and community we can have. And like I said, we just want to enhance what we have. We have all the essential ingredients. We have them all. And that's something that we should celebrate. And as someone that is openly gay and openly celebrates that, I think that I would be an essential part of the team in helping to bring that message outwardly. I've done a good job. I've been on the Gender and Sexual Diversity Council of Alberta, headed by the NDP. I've been in conversations with the UCP. I show no political affiliation when it comes to my professional life. And that's something that you need. We need to make sure that we're willing to work with both sides, cooperation, and also standing up for what we believe in. And what that is student rights and student advocacy.
Thank you, Austin. Cowinder,
So,
why don't you finish? Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes. You should, so if you support me because I am honest, I am responsible, and I'm healthcare hero. So I'm working as an LPN for 6 years, and I have some experience with the broadcasting and community connections. So I think that I can make more community connections and raise your voice to the leadership. So yeah, if you support me, I will learn from you and as well help you, and I will be voice of every student. So this is my goal, and my core values are honesty, responsibility, and courage. And I believe that those values are really good match with the SABVC, with connection, accountability, opportunity, and innovation. So yeah, we are all together, and if you support me, I will be there to help you and as well as learn from you. So yes,
Oh,
thank you so much.
thank you. And Perry, I'm glad you're back. I'll re-ask the question for you. Basically, the question is, why should I vote for you? Are you there, Perry?
CJ, my phone is crashing. I'm trying to know what is going on.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now, Perry?
Yes, so the most important reason for everybody to vote for me is I am gonna make sure that I am not favoring, there's no favoritism, and I'm prioritizing my role, what I'm supposed to do, and I am listening to all the issues faced by any community, any diversity, and then provided having an experience, I can make sure that I make the best use of my platform to make sure that SABVC has all the connections that it needs to move forward, and all the students of Bow Valley College are not facing any problems, and they're getting all the solutions for it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate you getting back into the forum here. I want to take a personal moment to thank each of our candidates. You did a phenomenal job, so I'm applauding you all. So thank you so much. I know this is stressful. I know it. A million years ago, I went through this very same thing, so I know what it's like. So this will be posted on our website, linked on our social media. So I'm going to do a shameless plug for all of you right now. The election will be starting at on March 30th at 9 a.m. and and then it will close on April 1st at 3 p.m. So please vote. We have 5 phenomenal candidates here. So please make sure you vote and have your voice heard and determine who you want to represent you. So I want to again thank you all. You did phenomenal. I was very, very impressed, and I would be happy to work with each and every one of you. So good luck to you all, and go and enjoy what's left of your day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks.
you, everyone. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Jay.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.